what's up guys? These are the top 5 best decks in Clash Royale. At the end of the season, these are the decks that the best players in the world trusted to reach their highest ranks. If you focus on upgrading these decks and spend the time to master them, you'll be able to outplay anyone. With proven success at the top, no matter how good you get, they'll still work. It's time to learn from the best players in the game and assert dominance. Lots of love to everyone that's supporting the high effort editing with creator code SirTag. The ranked 7 player in the world mortared his way to the top of the meta. This is one of the decks that I've been playing the most in the meta. I think that if you're running Evolved Musketeer, it's not going to be near as good as Hero Musketeer. And if you're playing a Hero Knight, it is also way better than the Evolved Knight. So they're just strict upgrades allowing you to run evolutions with the Mortar and the Skeleton Barrel to get considerably more value. I'm in a Mortar here, so then we're going to have that perfectly timed so then our Princess Tower is able to help out our Musketeer. We're going to lock onto the tower, and we still have minions on defense if he has Balloon or something of the sort. I don't like Spirit Empress, so I'm going to Fireball here. This could be considered a little bit crazy, but I want to get extra damage, and I think I'm good if I can get guards down last second to go and pull the Mini P.E.K.K.A. and then have the Bowler retarget on the Knight. So the way that this deck works in a bit of a different manner than cycle decks, you have way more offensive potential with minions that are threatening, Musketeer Hero, which you can just pop the ability, and you can also use the Skeleton Barrel on defense and offense. Like if the opponent's running Musketeer and you have to defend with the Skeleton Barrel, the skeletons that fall down will block mini P.E.K.K.A.s, they'll block pretty much everything that the opponent's throwing at you, and it's capable of killing Musketeers as well. After the nerf, it does not go and kill minions anymore. The Evolved Skeleton Barrel doesn't, but if you have both iterations, pop the minions twice, the minions will die. So it's still absurd the amount of death damage that the Skeleton Barrel does, and it's one of my favorite cards to cycle. Even if I'm not going on the right side right now, I want to make sure his elixir is minimal so he can't really build up the biggest push of doom that we would have to worry about. And if you have good micro interactions, the guards are heroic levels of defense, especially into mini P.E.K.K.A.s. So one of the things that I was doing differently and probably incorrect comparatively to the rank 7 player in the world was I was always using skeletons over guards, and I think guards are definitely the route to go because you're able to defend more consistently against mini P.E.K.K.A.s. Anyway, we did take damage there. It's fine. The Mortar will lock on a tower, and I'm pretty sure if you go for a Knight here, he's going to get damaged down by the Spirit Empress. Counters, please. Yeah, all right, good. Spirit Empress dies, our Musketeer stays alive. I could go for minions here. I can go Skeleton Barrel other side. So all intents and purposes, I don't want these minions to die, but damn, that was a great executioner. I guess maybe not. Maybe he just takes too much damage to the right side. I don't know. He did spend a lot off that. I'll go guards, and then I'm going to go Musketeer, and then I have Barbarrel still. Guards do outrange the Valkyrie if you're unaware, so should be a decent interaction for me. And then I can flop down my Knight here and go and spam the other side with my Mortar. So we have 2 heroes on the left lane, and he has the Spirit Empress here. I think we can go in for a Skeleton Barrel as well. It's incredibly difficult to defend this with just a Spirit Empress, especially because the Goblin is, you know, still tanking for the minions and the skeletons. So believe it or not, our Musketeer plus the turret is going to make him absolutely aggravated. And then I can Musketeer again on the other side. Meanwhile, Fireball, 2 of them will take out the tower. So he has to apply a ton of aggression here if he has any shot to win. And I don't think it's possible, man. I'm going to throw down minions and viciously cycle. So sometimes the best defense is a good offense. And not giving him any room to breathe means that he has to focus on defense and then eventually get Fireball cycled. Or, I guess, a little stray Marvin the minion slapped him in the face. That minion was a masterful grape juicer. Muhammad Light shoveled opponents out of the way to reach number 4 in the world. Oh, now we get to play Muhammad Light's deck fully in action. So, strat for us is pretty simple. Spamming wall breakers all day. Hey, it looks like our side of the arena just has a little bit of a spill here. Maybe we're going to be flooding through with more elixir than him. Oh, dude, are you seriously just eating that? I guess I'll go Miner. It's kind of inconvenient if the opponent has Elixir Collector, but a lot of times it doesn't really matter. I'm okay with taking a little bit worse of a trade here. But one thing is for sure, every cycle deck right now at the top of the game is running guards. You have to be playing something that you can reliably shut down these stupid mini P.E.K.K.A.s because they are a menace to society. If you don't, you will get zapped and raged out of the game and you will rage quit. I remember Muhammad like getting 3 crown and raging because he is so sick of playing against these decks. Anyway, we got another Golem player, interestingly enough. I think we lock onto the Musketeer target of the Baby D, so it's not that big of a deal. I don't think he's going to whip out a Lightning or anything just yet. He does do it, but took him a little bit of time. I guess I'll go Wall Breakers then all Knight. This is a tried and true Golem player that just doesn't defend anything. It's super annoying to play against these players because you just know that in their heart of hearts, they don't really know what they're doing the best. They just send it, and single elixir especially, but it be what it be. I think that I'm probably better off going for a Hero Musketeer because he is down quite a bit of elixir and I can pop the ability. If he goes in for a mini P.E.K.K.A, I want to just go in for the Knight ability and make a prediction and pull back his mini P.E.K.K.A or pull back the Valkyrie. Oh, look at that. You see, guys, when we have offensive and defensive potential, it's the best of both worlds. These Golem decks, they can attack me pretty damn well, but they don't have the defense and offense. They got one thing. We got them all. And that's why these cycle decks are at the top of the game, played by the best players in the world. I mean, they didn't reach as high as some of the other decks, but damn, like Mohamed Light, you built something pretty special here, man. And those types of plays, the Hero mini P.E.K.K.A is just catching my miner every time. Can't catch a break, bro. Can't catch a break of getting caught. It is fine. I'll just go in for the Knight and I'll pull back the mini P.E.K.K.A with wall breakers, and hopefully we get a good interaction here. Yeah, Hero mini P.E.K.K.A died, so that's awesome. Explosion, unironically, was decent for us. We can go guards early and then cycle our Musketeer if we want. Or we could go Cannon early. I think I want to go for a higher Musketeer just to damage his stuff down. And I could poison on the tower to kill it, but I'm just chill. I'm gonna relax. I'd rather poison when he cycles more stuff. It just feels better for me there. I'm going to go for a Knight and I can pull everything so then the mini P.E.K.K.A doesn't hurt me. And then I'm going to poison here. Expect the cannon to put in as much work as possible. Get another Musketeer because he doesn't have lightning. So we're going to lock onto the baby dragon. And then he's going to spam a whole bunch of stuff at the bridge and get no value. So as long as wait, vines. Okay, vines. We can talk about these things. I need to go in for wall breakers and miner. He is definitely not going to have elixir for lightning, right? We're chill. We can poison. Okay, he might have elixir for lightning. Oh my god. Guards prediction. I don't know what happened there at the end with the vines because I think vines deserve a nerf, but maybe I got a little bit too confident and a little bit too composed. I'm just glad we didn't throw the game. Vines can be so busted. The ranked 3 player in the world exterminated opponents with Expo. So Expo is one of the most annoying decks in the game. You either love it or hate it. And if you play it a lot, you will be at the top of the leaderboard, masterminding every interaction, efficiently defending no matter what your opponents drop. And I think that with the Hero Knight, you're able to pull things off the Expo a lot more efficiently. I mean, maybe like the Mega Knight would jump onto the Expo Tesla and you're like, nah, you got to go towards my Knight instead. As you guys saw in the earlier games with cycle decks, I do think that Hero Knight is beyond busted on defense and on offense. We're gonna let the Ice Wizard connect, and I think I'm just gonna go on the right side. Oh my gosh, it's a full sender. He says drop in a golem like it's his job. All right, he'll probably defend this with like a bomber or maybe a Mega Minion, or maybe he won't. Maybe is this how people play in Clash Royale? Jeez, man, it's 2026 and we are still not getting away from the golem in the back all-ins. Anyway, I can go for a Tesla last possible second. Maybe we're gonna be good here. We'll see what we can do with the Hero Knight, and I gotta pull the mini P.E.K.K.A. If I don't pull the mini P.E.K.K.A, I just lose. As you can see, the defenses are super solid. If you play that perfectly, we can get Skellies here, Electro Spirit afterwards, so then the baby dragon gets pulled, the mini P.E.K.K.A doesn't hit me, and that's what I'm talking about. I guess the only downside is the baby dragon is still on my tower. I could fireball just to shut it down so I don't get lightning cycled or something, but for all intents and purposes, that's how Expo is played, using the Hero Knight to go and pull things, perfectly timing the ability, especially when dum-dums go all in. I hate people that do that stuff, that just drop golem and full send it. He's gonna do it again, though. So you guys already know we gotta get geared up for this defense. I hit a perfect Tesla, and I don't know if we're gonna be able to do it again, but I gotta try. I also want to use Evolved Archers. I think that's gonna be our best bet. So we're gonna go in for our Tesla now, and then we'll go for our Evolved Archers. Maybe we can damage down the Valkyrie first and foremost. I'll also try to just go for the Hero Knight ability so the baby dragon doesn't hurt us too much. And I think we target onto the baby dragon. Good target onto the baby dragon. He's going to tornado, so he's going to be gnarly with it. He's going to be a bit annoying, sir. But we have another Hero mini P.E.K.K.A, so we're chill, bro. We're chill with the Hero mini P.E.K.K.As. We got counters for days. We got counters for months. We got counters for years. We're swimming in a sea of expos, and we're going to expose you as a dirty bridge spammer that you are, because you are not able to do anything but plant down your golem and go all in, sir. That is the way that you play Clash. All right, so with Evolved Tesla, I think we might be able to defend this and deal more damage to his tower than ever before. That is Fireball, and then a good Hero Knight ability, again, maybe, should allow us to clutch up. I want to take multiple towers because it's just more fun for me to play that way, but ultimately, it's not the smartest way. We'll go Skeletons here. Oh, I'm going to have to Fireball cycle. I'm going to let him kill my tower, aren't I? I'm going to let him take it. No! It's one of those games where I need 2 Fireballs and I'll win, but it is what it is. I'll just Fireball on defense first so that the baby dragons don't hurt me. He's cheesing me with a freaking Valkyrie too. Oh, this guy's got the cheddar. He's got the cheddar. He's going full all in. He's sending it again. Oh my gosh. Wait. Brother, man. Do I do this? Do I take it? Do I take it out? Do the evolved archers snag it? Yeah, buddy. I didn't want to wait too long. I didn't want to torture your guys' poor souls. And I'm lucky and happy that we were able to tag his tower in the last second with the evolved archers. Also, if I went full defensive mode, I think I wouldn't have done all the damage to the left side, and I would have guaranteed the defense. But playing crazy and chaotic games is always more fun for me, even though we're playing Expo. The ranked 2 player in the world got his first top 5 finish with this giant deck. So this deck finished number 2 and 5 in the world, and it is by far the easiest deck and the top 5 best decks in the game. It just doesn't require that many mechanics, and it's mostly based off of making good fundamental decisions and punishing opponents at the right point. I'm going to Fireball here because I just want to be annoying, and I want to see if the Mega Man is able to swipe up some damage, but it's not going to, unfortunately. I think I'm just going to go in for a Giant in the same side and then make sure that the Mortar hits that instead of my tower. I can throw down my Bomber as well on the Knight. Pairing that with my Princess Tower is perfect position because then it's not going to get hit by the Mortar, and it's as close to the Mortar as possible so we can hopefully clean it up without a hit on our tower. Ideally, beautiful. We could knock the Dark Goblin to the other side too if we want to click the 2 elixir ability, but it's not worth. Better to just go zap and stun the Dark Goblin when it's in our radius of our tower. We wasted a little Princess Arrow. Damn, it targeted the Barbarian instead. Could have been better. Could have been better. It's fine. We got Dark Goblin down, so I guess I can go Dark Prince and not necessarily care as much. I don't like playing against Skeleton Barrel that much, to be honest, just because of how well it does in specific situations where you don't have a building. So that is one of the downsides of this particular matchup that we're getting here. Is I want to play really aggressive and win the match, but I can't spam deliberately into a Hero Musketeer and mess up and then get punished by an Evolved Skeleton Barrel. I think I am going to go for a Giant because we are up a little bit of Elixir and I still have a Mega Minion and I want to see what we can do. But I bet you he goes in for a Mortar. Oh, he missed it. Oh, sick. All right, we'll just eat that and then we'll Fireball. And I think I win the game. It's one of those moments where if people mess up even once, the Giant damage is catastrophic. So that's how we spam Giants, and that's also how the top 5 player played. You just catch the opponent making one little mess up, and then you mess them up even worse. Like, you take full advantage. You'll take the tower damage that the opponent will get with their cycle deck, and you defend minimally with a Bomber or a Dark Prince or a Mega Minion. You're spending like 3 elixir or 2 elixir most of the times, while they are overspending, and they're spending a lot more. Oh, we can do this, and then we can go Evolve Bomber on the Mortar, and then maybe he's going to have to respond to the Dark Prince, and he's going to have to respond to everything at once. I don't dislike this for us because obviously we can Evo Zap and hit the minions as well, and hopefully go in for a Rage to pop the Skeleton Barrel a little faster ideally so then it doesn't hit our tower. Dark Prince here. We can go Giant into that if we wanted, but kind of want to go right side to be real. This is looking good. This is looking pretty spicy. We can get our Bomber here. Fat Fireball value. Oh my gosh, he is cooked. And we can Zap and Rage to clean those up even faster. And the Giant has got movement. It's got motion. It's got momentum. We're chucking units the other side, and I think we got at least 1 hit, unless we get swindled. Seriously? He's saying thanks, too, so he's not the nicest person. Obviously, you know, if you are playing against the deck that we're playing against, the people are not going to be very happy. So if they are finding themselves in a losing position, they're going to be pretty pissed off, and they will be spamming thanks. So that is another little downside of playing this deck, is you might not make friends as you get a lot of wins. We'll Fireball here, hit the Dark Goblin, the Mortar, and then definitely going to Rage and Zap. So then let's just say good game. I'm not going to BM him or anything. I think he already feels bad enough. I love to get an Evolved Bomber here, but Fireball also seals the deal. He's giving us the crap emote. I'm sorry, man. I'm not giving you any crap. I'm just going to say good game, and that's it. So, yeah, we'll Fireball him, finish him off, and move to the next one. We got motion with this deck, and it's definitely one of the easier decks to play. If you have Evolved Bomber locked onto a P.E.K.K.A. or a Mini P.E.K.K.A., you can also finish off the game that way, too. Number 1, Goblin Barrel to the top of the game. All right, so we're going to be spamming Dark Goblins and Princesses at all points in time to force out logs and maybe getting to our Skeleton Army evolution if our opponent wants to spam into us. I think Skeleton Army Evolution is the number 1 priority for this deck, especially with Hero Knight, because you can pull your opponent's units off of the Skeleton General that would typically kill it, and then you keep it alive, and then it's extra immortal. So our opponent has Barbarrel, and he has Royal Ghost, so it's definitely going to be some sort of either 3 Musketeer deck or Bridge Spam deck or something annoying. And it could also be Royal Giant, which I guess would be the most prevalent. And having an Inferno Tower makes Royal Giant matchup a lot more manageable when it typically is not the easiest if you only have Cannon. So I'm going to pop the ability from the Knight so we can keep our Dark Goblin healthy and get extra damage. As you guys can see, that was huge. I think we're just going to let this lock. It doesn't necessarily matter as much to me if it gets anything, and it shouldn't. I can also go Ice Spirit, and then I can go Knight and just soak up that Ice Spirit death. It's whatever. It doesn't matter as much to me if I'm able to make that happen. He'll probably Bar Barrel. I think I could have switched up my Goblin Barrel placement, and he might have missed it. But I do expect these players to just be a bit better than the average bear. And, you know, I guess the fact that he has to go in for Electro Spirit and Skeletons is nice because we got some extra Princess damage. And Skeleton Army Evolution is going to be really close or right around the corner here. If we're able to kill this Royal Giant with an Inferno Tower, because most of the time they're not expecting that, we're definitely going to have an Elixir advantage, and then we can work with that. The only thing is, I don't want to cycle my Dark Goblins and Princesses too close, so I'm going to go Princess on the other side, and then I want a Dark Goblin here, and I'm hoping that he Fireballs or does something to that Princess. Okay, we're going to go Knight. That's fine. I mean, still Inferno Tower, and I think we should be good. I mean, I don't necessarily care that much about the Wizard. If it's on my tower, it is what it is. I rather preserve my units because the counter push is going to be annoying as hell. He has to defend the Dark Goblin. He has to drop something on the Princess. And we have extra stuff that he has to respond to. You still have to stop the Princess. You're going to drop something and then you have nothing for the Evolved Skeleton Army. Let's freaking go. This is why we want to play it. All right, so diagonal placement from the Hero Knight. So then the Skeleton General still lags behind is really important. And then we're going to go in for our Goblin Barrel and throw all of our crap in the right side because he has to respond to the left lane. If he doesn't respond to the left lane, he loses. Okay, we're good. Look at the damage. Because the right side, where we spent all of our elixir, we were able to punish him. We were able to punish him big time. I'm going to Knight last possible second, just because he might expect to get more value here. And we're going to mix up our Goblin Barrel placement, and then we can maybe even log. Yeah, we're going to mix up our Goblin Barrel placement and log and see if he messes up. Nah, he's going to go Wizard. Really well played on his end. He's a good player. I mean, credit where credit is due. Some of these players know what they're doing because they've definitely played these games before. We're going to Inferno Tower here. Hopefully we lock directly on the RG first. Good placement on his end. I should have Ice Spirited a little bit higher. We're going to have to go log and pop the ability if you want to survive against this Wizard. I think the Wizard's just going to die anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. All right, we could Princess the Bridge. It's pretty predictable, though, so I'm not going to. He expected that and dropped Skeletons. All right, we're going to go in for our Inferno Tower here and make sure we target what we want. Then I'm going to Ice Spirit more so in the back. We should be good with a Hero Knight here, so then the Royal Ghost doesn't hurt me that much. And this guy is playing super well. But at the same time, I'm going to go Princess, and that probably gives us enough damage to warrant going in for a Goblin Barrel and winning. At least that's what I would expect. It's going to be a little bit of a longer game, unfortunately, just because he ends up having, you know, the capability of defending with Bar Barrel. So I'm going to still try my hardest here. Maybe we're going to go switch it up and go Goblin Barrel in this spot. Go for a Knight here. Would love to get the damage. Oh, it's going to get it. Let's go. So finally finessing with the switched up Goblin Barrel placement got him good. It was a tough game against Mr. Nicolaj, but that Skeleton Army Evolution was total cheese. Throw a Goblin Barrel at the like button, subscribe for more daily content, and have an amazing rest of your day.